values of the marathon, and lifestyle runners who value their health and fitness, to runners who participate in the race to raise funds for deserving causes through Standard Chartered KL Marathon's Run for a Reason charity program. Hi, I'm Swarna Naidu, and this year I will run for a reason to help raise funds for the National Cancer Society of Malaysia so that they can continue to provide cancer education, care and support for the Malaysian public. For over 50 years, the National Cancer Society of Malaysia has empowered Malaysians in preventing, detecting and coping with cancer. Established in 1966, NCSM is the first cancer not-for-profit organization in the country. So I'm here with Dr. Son, the spokesperson of National Cancer Society Malaysia, and it would be perfect if you could just share a little bit about the organization. So what exactly are the main objectives of NCSM?
We prevent, find cancer early, and we support those who have cancer through their journey with cancer. So the clinics that we have are the Cancer and Health Screening Centre, the Nuclear Medicine Centre, the Resource and Wellness Centre, Quit Smoking Clinic, as well as the Children's Home of Hope. SCKL epitomizes the idea of participation at any level. And this year, World Cancer Day, which is on the 4th of February, the theme is sports. And the theme that we have is that we can, I can.
Cancer patients face a challenging time upon prognosis, even more so when the patient is a child. So I'm sitting here with Puan Rahima, the mother of child cancer survivor Julita. Puan Rahima, apakah perasaan Anda bila Puan tahu anak Anda mengidap kanser?
Masa mula-mula saya dapat tahu dia mengidap kanser, saya tak boleh terima. Betul kan anak saya mengidap kanser. Lepas tu dia masih kecil lagi, umur dia 5 tahun. Saya dengar kanser je, pasti maut. Lepas tu doktor kata dia kanser tulang, Ewing sarcoma. Ewing sarcoma jenis kanser yang ganas, kata doktor. Saya tanya doktor, anak saya boleh baik tak doktor? Doktor kata sekarang kanser dah ubat, tak macam dulu. InsyaAllah dia boleh baik. Doktor cakap pada saya pihak NCSM bagus. Banyak sokongan moral yang diberikan kepada kita orang. Akak pun tumpang gembira tengok anak-anak hilang perasaan kanser tu hilang. Tapi kanser betul-betul jahat. Dia buat kita kadang-kadang tenang, kadang-kadang risau.
Cancer can be terribly debilitating, and to fight it, one needs all the support one can get. That's why I'll be raising funds for the National Cancer Society of Malaysia when I run for a reason in the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. I want to give these children a home when they need it, and hope when it's hard to find. So please choose my profile on the KL Marathon homepage at www.kl-marathon.com and donate generously.
The funds will be channeled towards the Children's Home of Hope, which is a home away from home, where we have affordable accommodation for children with cancer who are having treatment in Hospital Kuala Lumpur. With hope, as the name implies, Children's Home of Hope. With hope, I implore you to give towards the run, to give towards the work of the National Cancer Society of Malaysia, so the future of all Malaysians will be cancer-free.
Run for a Reason is a charity initiative of the Standard Chartered KL Marathon. To find out more about the beneficiaries and how to participate, log in to www.kl-marathon.com. Running a marathon is a great personal accomplishment, but Run for a Reason is to race with a heart. See you at the start line.
You're perfectly perfect to me.
Daily White, this Lalana miss is the worst this season.
And then Adam couldn't finish, unfortunately.
Plus, why Wawrinka says this about his pal Roger after losing at Indian Wells.
He's laughing, he's an but it's okay. And we'll share the emotional story behind Mark Leishman.
So much to share, so little time. Hello, sports fans. She's Reem. I'm Swarna. Thank you for inviting us into your living room.
Yes, we also have Linda, Leo Messi, and Anthony Davis a little later on. But first, let's turn our attention to the biggest encounter in the Premier League this weekend.
Reem's talking about Liverpool's visit to Manchester City.
Yes, and after the match, Pep Guardiola came out to say that it was one of the happiest days in his colourful career. I don't get it, but I don't know. You know what? I don't believe Pep. 40 trophies and he picks this game. Maybe he was being sarcastic because this match started with plenty of dispute on both sides of the pitch. First case, Sergio Aguero, the City striker tangling in the box with Joel Matip. And the referee's decision, no penalty. Over to the second case, Sadio Mane on the other side of the pitch. The Liverpool forward getting very intimate with Nicolas Otamendi. And the referee's decision, no penalty. Third case, Georginio Wijnaldum bombing forward, performing a dance move with Yaya Toure. And the ref's decision, you guessed it, no penalty. And on to the fourth case, Firmino receiving a surprise from Gael Clichy in the box. And finally, the ref, Michael Oliver, says yes. And this is why I think Pep's being sarcastic. Just look at the man. Up says James Milner, converting his 7th penalty this season. When he scores, Liverpool never loses. That's a record 47 matches now, but Jurgen Klopp was not happy with one decision.
Aguero could have scored once or twice. A lot of penalties in the game, penalty situation in the game. What can I say? I cannot change it. It could have been a red card around Sadio's situation. It was away, if you want, and then Otamendi could catch him. That's the things what I have. But the game, the summary of the game is positive. It's very good.
Unbeaten in 6 Premier League games.
No disputes about how good this man is. Sergio Aguero has a thing for Liverpool. You see, the Argentine has this incredible scoring record against Liverpool at the Etihad. And after this goal, that record is now 5-5 against the Reds. Aguero with 13 league goals this season now. But the City frontman could have easily got himself a hat-trick on the night. Emphasis on the word could, because he didn't. Tumbling in the box here before Kevin De Bruyne kisses the post. And then later on, Aguero sneaking in the near post to threaten the Liverpool goal again, but no end product. Aguero has also established a telepathic understanding with De Bruyne. So on top of that goal, the two combined on numerous occasions, including this one. What a miss by Aguero.
How's that happened?
Pep,
that just does
so
not
drama.
happen to him.
Can you coach them to finish better? Because against Monaco...
In my career, I was football player, 11 years play. I scored 11 goals. 1 goal a year. So can you imagine how an advice can say to Sergio and the other guys to score goals? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. I think the managers can, the defensive, the high pressing, the build-up, or likes, and every manager has his own things. But the boxes, guys, is the boxes. The boxes is the boxes. How you defend one cross is the quality because you are good in the header. When you score a goal because you have the talent.
Now, according to the Premier League's official website, only one team has missed more big chances than City in the entire league. I wonder who that might be, Reem.
I think I know who you're talking about.
City's conversion rate is not great too, having unleashed 615 shots on goal this season, but only scoring 54. That works out a measly 12% ratio. Yikes.
Speaking of misses, Liverpool also had plenty of chances to win the match, but there was one glaring one. Adam Lallana making a complete mess of this. Ayo, so it made us think, was this the worst miss of the season so far? Well, here are 4 of the best or worst, as voted by you. Next, we have the wonder kid, one-season wonder, Odion Ighalo. I wouldn't call this a miss because he gained a lot after this, kicking his way out and over to China for them $1. And how can we forget Kevin De Bruyne's miss against his former side Chelsea? It was a big hit off the bar. Definitely 10 points if it was the crossbar challenge.
Surely harder to miss. Yeah, but because it was all done.
And speaking of Chelsea, their main man, Diego Costa, puts it wide. Not only is he one of the top league scorers, he's also one of the top blunders this season.
Gets it all wrong. Looks like it comes.
Thanks for all your votes on Stadium Astro, and here are the results. The winner by a landslide with 60% votes is Adam Lallana, for his accomplishment against the Citizens. Unfortunately, he missed his flight as well and was unable to join us, so I'll just accept the award on his behalf, okay?
Roger Federer is 13-1 this season. The last time he started so well, so fast, was 13 years ago. He started that year with 18 straight wins and went on to finish the year as world #1 for the first time. The other players in the top 10 with him that year: Andy Roddick, Leighton Hewitt, Marat Safin, Carlos Moya, Tim Henman, Guillermo Correa, Andre Agassi, David Nalbandian, and Gaston Gaudio have all retired. Talk about lasting power. To the all-Swiss final we go. Federer facing Stan Wawrinka for the 23rd time in his career. And trust me, you don't want to know the head-to-head record for this one. Many aspects to Federer's game which make people go, whoa. But tonight, I want to focus on his volleys, because that was the difference in this match. Watch how Federer advances to the net on every rally. The 18-time Grand Slam champ playing like a 23-year-old again. After wrapping up the first set in less than half an hour, Federer found himself trailing in the second, but not for long. Especially when the volleys came out to play. Federer racked up 23 winners in this contest. There's one solid example for you. So after 80 minutes of what looked like a warm-up match, Federer wins his 5th title at Indian Wells, his 90th title on the ATP Tour, and in the process moves up to 6th in the world. The perfect occasion for a compliment from a friend, if you ask me.
6-4, 7-5.
I'm sorry, I'm just tired after 10 days, so sorry. I would like to... I would like to congratulate Roger. He's laughing, he's a but it's okay.
Oi, watch your language, Stan. Okay, let's talk about age. With that win, Federer becomes the oldest player to win a Tennis Masters Series event at 35 years old and 223 days old, overtaking Andre Agassi, who won at the Cincinnati Masters at the age of 34. And how about this? Since turning 30, Roger has amassed 22 titles. The next person on that list is Ivan Lendl with 8.
Last year I didn't win any titles. It was such a difficult year, and I'm still only in my comeback, and I'm able to play such great tennis. It's such a treat. And look, I'm going to celebrate the 90th title, you know, a lot tonight, tomorrow, the next day, until Miami rolls around, and then we'll try to play good tennis there again. My goal last November, December was to be maybe top 8 by after Wimbledon, and here I am already number 6 or 7. I'm not sure what my ranking is, so I'm very pleased, you know. So that's that point. I have zero pressure there. I could just play freely or not play at all, and just really go back into the gym, go back onto the practice court, and then come back really strong onto the tour. But I mean, first things first, I'll focus on Miami, try to back it up from here, and then we'll see where we go from there.
2 years ago, golfer Mark Leishman was told that his wife was given a 5% chance of survival. She had developed an acute respiratory distress and toxic shock syndrome and placed in a medically induced coma. Leishman almost quit golf to stay home and raise his 2 boys, but miraculously last September, doctors pronounced her healthy and sent her home. Had the Australian given up the sport, he would not have won the Arnold Palmer Invitational early this morning.
Sorry.
Daddy! Did you win a trophy?
I did. Yeah, fine, mate.
Did we get the trophy?
Oh, and that was was the moment Leishman effectively won the tournament. At a 51-foot eagle putt on the 16th to take the lead on the final day. Not bad for someone who hasn't finished inside the top 15 in any PGA Tour tournament this calendar year. Now, before we get to Leishman's winning shot, let's go through some of the contenders on what was a day full of long shots. 2015 Open Championship winner Zach Johnson pulling off this outrageous birdie. He finished tied for 66. And his caddy celebrating there. Defending champ Jason Day also managed to cart this ultra-long birdie putt on the 17th. He finished 2 under par overall, tied for 23rd. Rory McIlroy was flirting with missing the cut on Friday, but climbed his way up the leaderboard throughout the weekend, and this attempt for eagle not coming through. The world number 3 would finish tied for 4th. And of course, we must show you how Leishman finished the 18th. 3 birdies was enough to seal the win. Only his 2nd career victory.
This is the first time I've won a tournament with my family here. So, you know, to have Audrey and the boys here, you know, to be able to run out on the green, and Maddie's family's here, Maddie, my caddy. It's just, you know, all came together, and, you know, to do it here, it's, you know, especially on a President's Cup year as well. I was outside those standings, so to get back inside those is really good, and I guess the Masters too, I wasn't in there, so it's, yeah, it's just I don't know, it's just an unbelievable day.
So who exactly is Mark Leishman? Apart from winning the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you probably have never heard of him, and I don't blame you, because he's been under the radar after being named 2009 Rookie of the Year on the PGA Tour, and I bet you didn't know he came so close to winning the 2015 Open Championship.
Okay, still ahead on Daily Live, Messi and Griezmann on the score sheet, but which scored the better goal? Plus, we'll show you why Lillard is one of the NBA's best point guards today, and Lez Ann hit the rewind button against his fellow countrymen.
This broadcast of the Premier League is brought to you by Brickfields Asia College, the fastest and smartest way. MyEG, your e-government service provider. And Wanda Coffee. Try the new Wanda Extra Presso.
Welcome back. You are watching Daily Live, and double Olympic gold medalist China's Lin Dan beat fellow countryman Shi Yuqi in straight sets to win the Badminton World Federation Swiss Open. This comes just a week after Lin Dan lost to the world number 8 in the semi-final of the All England. Lee Chong-wei, are you watching?
Okay, so if I pose the question, who is the best point guard in the NBA to 100 basketball fans, a few names will pop out automatically 100%. Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, James Harden, John Wall, Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving. I want to state my case to add someone else into that list, Damian Lillard. Hear me out, okay? There he is, trying to keep Portland's playoff hopes alive here against the in-form Miami Heat. First cue, Lillard through traffic, putting the brakes on the Heat's strong start. Second cue now, even game, Lillard threatening from distance. On to the third, still Lillard, driving in the paint. Add that to the box score. Still in the third here, three-point game. Damo drains the triple and one. Impressed yet? You can see where I'm going with this, right? Final cue lap now. Lillard still not slowing down. Sinks it from distance. I assure you this is not a video on loop. Lillard from way out. Still not impressed? Give him more, Damo. Under 3 minutes on the clock. Portland up 8 now, but Lillard still in gear 5. A season-high 49 points to go with his 6 assists. 9 three-pointers. And thanks to this man, Portland win big.
Richardson got cut off at near half court on the screen.
I'm not done with pushing Lillard, guys. This guy should be called Mr. March because he's been crazy hot for Portland this month. 8 wins in total in March alone. That's joint most in the NBA. And look at the names sharing the list for highest points per game on average this month. Only Westbrook and Harden claim to have a stronger offensive month.
And lurking behind Portland is Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks here facing the eliminated Brooklyn Nets. Nowitzki starts things off in the first, unmarked slots in the jumper. And then things got worse for Brooklyn because Jeremy Lin, who tries for the jump shot, but then comes down hard on his ankle there. Ouch. But he does look a bit better after. Barnes once more finding the open man D and over the arc. But the Nets' 7th footer rise up to the occasion, picking the ball from Isaiah Whitside to slam it down for the alley-oop. Charging forward, Wesley Matthews gives it up to the incoming German, who drains it in the 3. And the Mavericks bench absolutely loving the threes tonight. JJ Barea trying to close things out, hitting the jumper from in the paint. And then Barnes this time took things solo, twisting and turning, and lays in the 2 points, sending Dallas 7 points apart.
And lurking closely behind Dallas is DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis from the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 8 against Minnesota here. Check out this reverse alley-oop slam by AD. The brow going, how about that? Fast forward to the 3rd. The Birds trailed by 3. Boogie says not anymore. 7 of 14 from the field for a total of 15 today. Double-double number 41 this season, by the way. Back to AD with more alley-oops. Drew Holiday feeds him for this one. 2-point game to the Pelicans. And there was more. This time, Solomon Hill with the helper. AD gets the layup and foul. The Pelicans stretch their lead to 5. Final quarter now, AD winning the battle against fellow Wildcats alum Karl Anthony Towns there. 28 points, 12 rebounds, and a knock on his knee in the win. Ouch.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so they scored 120.
The WC's AD, Boogie, and co needing at least 4.5 games to make it into the playoffs, with 18 games left to try and do so. This includes a meeting with 10th place Dallas at the end of the month and 9th place Portland on the final day of the season.
Shifting our focus to Spain now, where Barcelona made sure of a few things heading into the international break. Number 1, their unbeaten home form was preserved. They are now at 20 matches without defeat. Number 2, they scored for a 16th time in a league match. And finally, number 3, the gap between the top 2 spots in La Liga remained at just 2. But it didn't start out as expected. Both managers exchanging pleasantries in the tunnel. It wasn't a pleasant start for Barca, though, conceding first at home in a league match for the first time since September 2016. Iliakim Mangala with his 2nd of the season, beating Marc-Andre ter Stegen at his far post. But Luis Suarez would level things 10 minutes later on. And just check out his new celebration here, okay? Opting for an aerobic-type move instead. Suarez would play a part in Barca's 2nd of the night, earning the spot kick for that pull on his shirt. Valencia's hero from earlier turned 0, and Lionel Messi, no mistake from the penalty spot. Barca up 2-1, but not for long, because seconds later, one of Barca's loanies came back to bite them, Munir El Haddadi, with the equalizer just before the interval, and almost apologetic about it. However, Messi's 41st of the season would see the home team take the lead again and not look back. Luis Enrique's potential successor enjoying that one, but Barca were not done yet. Former Valencia man Andre Gomez would come on to net Barca's 4th, becoming the first Portuguese to score for the club in La Liga since 2007. 4-2 the final score. Andre Gomez, he gets his goal for Messi's 40 goals and more total in a season has been going on for some time now. It is his 8th season running. For comparison purposes, Cristiano Ronaldo has done it for 6 straight seasons. He is 14 goals shy of making it 7.
Antoine Griezmann was the star of the show, helping Atletico Madrid close the gap to 2 points with third-place Sevilla. But his French strike partner got in on the act, latching onto the through ball from Yannick Carrasco, but his chip was saved by the fingertips of Sergio Rico and hit the bar. From then on, the 25-year-old took over, first with his free kick, finding Diego Godin's head for his third goal of the season. All of them headers, by the way. And then he nearly got on the score sheet himself, but put his shot agonizingly wide. He did get his goal eventually. His 14th of the season is a stunning free kick from 30 meters out. I bet you can catch that on top 30. The former Sociedad man was still not done yet. Check him out in the third goal for the Rojiblancos. Spanish international Koki simply finished it off with a tap-in for his third goal of the season. The Andalusians managed to pull one back through Joaquin Correa, but it was far too late to surge any kind of comeback.
They've got to go back. A fine finish and a fine...
That completed Diego Simeone's century of home league games as Atletico Madrid's boss, and his numbers are staggering. 74 wins and only 10 losses. But the figure that jumps out at the screen is the number of goals conceded, only 62. And out of that 100, his side kept 57 clean sheets. No surprise, everyone's trying to seduce him to their clubs.
After the break on Daily Live, what overshadowed PSG's win over Lyon in Liga? See you in 2 minutes.
The NBA on Astro Supersport 4 and HD.
Sing! And the Secret Life of Pets. 2 movies with 1 special price. Purchase via channel 481 or on OD.
Kok tak dingin, Mbak Ci? Tak dingin. Yang dingin sikap Nilova padaku.
Persembahan yang akan menggeleti hati anda. Aksi lawak mereka membuat malam anda penuh ketawa.
Hei. Apa itu? Dia malu tengok muka aku pun malu tengok muka dia.
Maharaja Lawak Mega setiap Jumaat 10 malam.
The PGA Tour first came to Tucson in 1945. This par 72 layout measures just over 7,100 yards.
You picked the right one. What a golf shot. What a golf shot.
The Omni Tucson National Catalina course for the 2nd year, playing host to the Tucson Conquistadors Classic
on Golf Channel.
Back on Daily in Phoenix, this year's Bank of Hope Founders Cup crowned its first ever European winner. So it can't be this chick, Lydia Ko. The world #1 woman in golf enjoyed 4 birdies in her final round, but could only finish tied for 8th, 5 strokes shy of the eventual winner. In Ji-chun isn't European, so no, she didn't win this either, missing that eagle at the 15th, which would have seen her go ahead. The South Korean settled for 2nd spots alongside 2 others. Anna Nordqvist is European, Swedish to be exact. The world #13 would birdie the 13th hole here and go top by 2 strokes. Her 5th birdie of the round here at the 17th gave her a 3-stroke lead momentarily, but she would go on to bogey the par 4 final hole. Luckily, it did not affect her final standing. This was her first win of the year, her 7th on tour, and it would push her up 2 spots higher in the world rankings.
A PSG fan was hospitalized after being hit by Thiago Motta's car following an airport confrontation. 10 days after that historic defeat, PSG made headlines again for the wrong reasons. Fans rioting was reported just before their match against Lyon at Parc des Princes, but fortunately no injuries were recorded and the match went ahead as scheduled. Javier Pastore's 2 assists helped PSG earn a comeback victory over Lyon, but the visitors showed initiative first to take the lead. Poor marking allowed Alexander Lacazette to notch his 23rd league goal of the season. The visitors almost added the second, but the Parisians' lucky defending thwarted their effort. Maxwell there just managed to stop the ball from crossing the line, and the defending champions equalized when Pastore, with some exquisite play, teed up Adrien Rabiot for his second goal of the season. Memphis Depay, who scored a wonder goal last week, looked like he was brought down in the penalty box, but nothing was given. The replay shows that he lost his footing on his own, a good call from the referee. And how he wished he was given a penalty. Barely 2 minutes gone, the 21-year-old Argentine threaded his second assist of the night for Julian Draxler's 3rd goal of the season. After having drawn at home and lost at Stade Louis II, PSG are meeting league leaders Monaco for the 3rd time this season. Unfortunately, there are no 3 points at stake for PSG to close the gap at the top. They are contesting in French League Cup final on 2nd of April. Meanwhile, Lyon's loss leaves Marseille a slight mathematical chance to gain a Champions League qualifying spot.
Miss Wishlist.
Hey.
What dreams are you granting this month?
You really want to know?
Not really, but just go ahead.
Okay, so how much time do I have? Do I have plenty of time? So if you want to go to Australia, Gold Coast to be specific, for the Sudirman Cup and support our Malaysian badminton team, you have a few days left before we close submission, okay? Remember, just drop us an email at wishlist@astro.com.my. How am I doing for time? Do I still have time? Can I go on?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm going to squeeze in one more, okay? We're also going back to the States for WrestleMania next month. Very exciting. So if you are a WWE crazy fan, drop us an email. That's all I have. Do you want to come with us?
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can come. No. I'd be happy.
I'm just
Are you
kidding.
done?
Yeah, I'm done. Bye.
Okay. Potato.
Get into the spirit of the SEA Games 2017 Kuala Lumpur with a look back at the glorious moments and achievements of our athletes. In Basan Sukan Sea on Astro Arena and HD.
Ready?
Go, let's break.
Let's do it.
Europe's greatest players have been summoned to lead their teams into battle. Because the biggest party of 2018 is only for winners.
It is a staggering story.
The 2018 FIFA World Cup European qualifiers. The road to glory begins here. Watch the games live on Astro Supersport.